The birds have begun. Hey guys, welcome back to another day of Stephanie May. I hope you're all doing wonderfully well today. So today I thought I would do for you guys another top 5 video, and today's top 5 video is going to be eyeshadow palettes. One thing that I've noticed with all the giveaways I've been doing lately is that a lot of you guys really want eyeshadow palettes. So I thought I could do a top 5 video of my eyeshadow palettes, the ones that have definitely topped the list of all of the ones I've tried, and let me tell you, I've tried a lot. So yeah, I thought I'd go through that, and you guys really liked my top 5 foundations video, so this might have to become a bit of a, you know, a bit of a running thing. So if you guys have any ideas of what sort of products you would like me to do a top 5 video for next, do go down in the comments down below and let me know so I can see if I can work it out. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so this is my #1 favorite eyeshadow palette of all time, and I just want to say one thing before I get into this. Eyeshadow palettes are something that, yes, they cost a lot of money. The ones that I'm going to show you, they're probably between like the $60 to the $80 range, and yes, that is a lot of money. But when you think about how long it takes you to actually go through an eyeshadow palette and how good the quality is in those eyeshadows, that eyeshadow palette is going to last you for like years, if not more. Like, it's probably going to last you from 1 to 5 years. So you're going to have a long time to use that palette, and if you get the right palette, it's going to be the only palette you need. So when you get like a drugstore brand, often they're just not pigmented, they're not that good. Let's be honest, they're just not that good. You spend about like, what, a third of the amount of money, a quarter of the amount of money, and you just kind of stop using it later and you want something else, and you just keep buying new ones because nothing's really meeting the standards. So I think it's really worth it actually just investing in a really good quality eyeshadow palette, because it's going to last you for so long. So long. Anyway, my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette is actually the very first one that I ever purchased, and that is the Urban Decay Naked palette. Now, this is actually not the original one that I had. This is a brand new one because I actually ended up, I think I left mine behind somewhere and then I just told her to keep it. So this is my new baby. Obviously I had to get another one because I love it so much. The very first product I ever bought, I think there might actually even be a haul still up on my channel from ages ago. My first ever makeup haul was some of the first expensive makeup that I ever bought. This was a part of it. Urban Decay Naked palettes, I think, were the first palettes that really just went crazy online. Everyone loves them. And I think even though they were going crazy like 4 years ago, people still go crazy for them now. So they're definitely worth it. They are really good quality, really good butteriness, and you know, like the texture on the lids, like they blend out really well. I've just never really actually found a single problem with a naked palette ever. The one thing I love about them most of all is that they have an amazing selection of colors. This one is the original, and I think if you're going to go for one, the original is perfect because you've got the light colors. This shade Naked here is really nice for like a transition shade. Then you've got some nice shimmery shades. You've got some golds, you've got some browns, you've got some purples, and you've got your blacks. So yeah, it has some really good shades, and I think this is a really good sort of like starter eyeshadow palette if you're looking for one, and if you're looking to spend some money for a change on an eyeshadow palette, this would be my #1 suggestion. Only downside, I think, is this packaging. Like, it looks gorgeous, but it gets really filthy really easily. I've kind of just been like keeping this at the back so it didn't touch anything, but it gets really dirty. My second eyeshadow palette recommendation is actually one that has become my favorite recently. So I have been reaching for this so often, and when I show this to you, I need you to understand that I have literally used this much product in like a month maybe since I've started using this again. This is the ZOEVA Nude Spectrum. As you can see, if my palettes are dirty, that's how you know I love it. So this is the Nude Spectrum palette by ZOEVA. ZOEVA don't just do makeup brushes, they also do really good makeup. And this is what it looks like. I might actually link down below a video where I use this eyeshadow palette so you can see it in action. And what I love about it is it just has a really good selection of colors, and the shades are really like the mattes are super matte and they're super blendable. I really like how blendable they are. I'm obsessed with this color here at the moment. It's a really good transition shade. I've been using it a lot. It's sort of like a taupey mauve color. They have some really good shimmery ones, and the light colors, you've got a nice shiny light one, you've got a nice matte light one, and the black matte is like my favorite black matte out of all of my eyeshadow palettes. So this, I don't know really why, but it has become my most used eyeshadow palette very recently. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I have been showing a lot of love to this color, to this color, and to this color. So it's become sort of like my everyday basics eyeshadow palette, but I would definitely recommend giving the ZOEVA eyeshadow palettes a go because there's so many different color ranges and they are all really good. The next one on my list is also one by Urban Decay, and it is the Urban Decay Naked Smokey palette. I remember when this baby came out and everyone was so excited for it. It has, oh, can you see it? The coolest packaging ever. It looks like Smokey. And what I love about this one is it is just so perfect for Smokey. I actually think this is a really good palette as well. If you're someone who likes a smoky eye, but also wants to be able to have some basics in there, this is a very good option because as you can see, there are a lot of smoky options, but also some very good matte basics and some shimmery basics. So obviously I would recommend the original Urban Decay Naked palette, but if you are someone who likes to do a smoky eye, this is probably your better option because you can do the everyday looks, but you can also have all of the different options for the smoky eyes as well. You've got a lot of different options for the blacks, and this one, Armor, I don't even know. This shade Armor is absolutely beautiful, and you've got a really good transition shade up the top. It's just got some really, really good shade options if you're more of a smoky fan. Once again, the Urban Decay formula is beautiful. It doesn't have much fallout. It's really creamy on the eyelids. It just sort of blends out really, really well. So it's one of the brands that I just haven't really found a negative aspect to as of yet. Next up on my list is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I actually gave one of these away the other day on my channel. And the reason I love this, first of all, because it smells like cocoa. These eyeshadows are literally made out of cocoa. It's actually incredible. Anyway, what I love about this is once again, it has an amazing color range. It has a few more light pinks and a few more little purpley colors. This is a beautiful highlight shade, so you also get a highlight out of that. It's just a really good eyeshadow palette. It's sort of got all the same properties as the other ones did that I just listed, but the only downside I think to this one and why I don't use it as often is I do find that it does have quite a bit of fallout, so you have to be quite careful with the brush. But the color range is absolutely beautiful, and you've got some really nice shimmery shades. I think if you like shimmery shades, this is definitely a really good option for you. And also if you like to add a little bit of color to your eyes, this has got some really nice purples and golds, and yeah, it's just really, really nice. The only downside to this one, if you like smoky eyes, is that you don't have a matte black. You don't have any black, to be honest. So if you like more of like a brown smoky eye, you're gonna be fine, but I do feel like a black is sort of like a necessity when it comes to having like one eyeshadow palette. So this might not be the best option for someone who is just looking to have one eyeshadow palette, but would definitely be an amazing option if you are a makeup hoarder like me. And let me tell you, you are never gonna stop sniffing this. Oh, just waft it. Now for the final eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. This one is more for people who love a good like Instagram eye, and I'm talking like those matte Instagram eye, you know, Instagram baddie makeup and really, really strong eye makeup. And the reason why is because it is quite strong colors. This is the Kat Von D Eye Contour Palette. Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. I've kind of ruined it here because I dropped one of these. Basically here, you've got all matte, all very pigmented colors. So they're really, really good for things like if you want to do a cut crease or you want to just do a really like structured eye. They're really good for things like that. I feel like this makeup palette isn't really the best for beginners because the colors are so intense and they're not as easy to blend out, I find. But the color payoff is amazing, and if you have the skill, you are going to create an amazing eye look with these, but it's just not, I think, the best for beginners. So only really get this one if you are super comfortable with a makeup brush. But yeah, it is definitely, the colors are amazing. They are super pigmented. Look at that. Just so, so strong. You can create some really good neutrals, you can create some really good smokies, and you can create some really good like cut crease and intense eye looks. So this is definitely on my list, but it's one that I don't reach for as often because it's more when I want to create like a structured eye look, which isn't really like my piece of cake. I don't really do anything too intense with my eyes. But yeah, I would definitely put it on this list because it is very, very good for those purposes. If you guys can hear those birds right now, I know I apologize for this all the time and I shouldn't be filming in the late afternoon, but I'm sorry. They're so annoying. There's literally like probably about 40 rainbow lorikeets outside. They're so cool, I love them, but they're just so flipping loud. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment down below if you have any ideas for what you want to come next in my top 5 series. I am definitely going to be filming a couple more of these throughout this month, so I definitely just want to know what sort of things you want to see first. I really hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow with another day of Stephanie May. Also, don't forget to go down, leave a comment, and let me know what you thought of the video. Thumbs up if you approved, because thumbs up make me feel very loved and warm and everything. And yeah, have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. The bird is looking at me. He's like staring at me like, heh.